YouTube, how's it going? John here at Herman Woodworks. It is, today's actually pretty warm. It's about 20 degrees, kind of partly cloudy, but here in Northeast Ohio. But stay warm out here in the shop by the old Mr. Heater. So the project got going on here. Been really trying to clean up out in the shop. Got the new tool cart over there. It's a mess. Got more tools, my other tool cart to put stuff in there, but for the time being, I really want to get like a workbench. And guess what? After I did all the scaffolding, pellet racking back here, I had some leftovers because they were taller ones that I chopped with a metal chop saw. Ta-da! Making a workbench out of it. Still got some extra pieces down low if I end up doing something else with it, but gonna have some storage above. Put some wood in here. Problem with that is, as many lights as I have these Eaton like 8,000 lumen lights up there. I know it's going to be a little dark with the storage above it. So went over to the big old box store and got this guy. This 4-foot LED shop light. I think it's something like 30 or 3,000. I believe it's like, hold on. Yeah, we got about 3,000 lumen here. I really like the bright white, so I want it to be pretty much like I can do surgery in here. Bright white. This was 25 bucks. You know, the big lights we got up top, they were $100 a piece. I just wanted something, you know, this is 8 foot across. I don't need something to go side to side. If I change my mind, these particular ones are linkable. I could buy another one and hook it up, and then I'm only in it for 50 bucks. So we're gonna get that hung and yeah, see how this looks, so that way I can start getting stuff set up. So over here on the sides of the pellet racking, right now I just got the drill press set in there. I'm gonna put some wood in the slots so that I can mount up that pegboard, cut some pieces in there so I can start hanging like my router bits, maybe some like odd and end tools while I'm working over here in this area. Eventually the goal will be, especially with like charging all my cordless stuff, is to make some kind of battery charging station over in this area. Fire extinguisher, safety first, people. All right, let's get to it. All right, so let's get this box opened up. Like I said, this is a commercial electric 3,000 lumen shop light. Like I said, it's $25 at Home Depot. Name drop, watch out. So inside of it, pretty simple here. Directions, supplier's declaration of conformity. That's a new one. But yeah, directions. They give you some little metal, I guess, like ballast type cords or whatever to hang. They even give you some drywall stud screws and some little zip ties for, I guess, probably getting your cords hung up and stuff like that. But let's get this out of the bag. So, like I said, pretty simple. Just going to be a simple LED tube. Real plain Jane. Little screw mount holes. I'm probably just going to hard screw this up to the top. And cord, little pull string, click, 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 click. So, obviously, I'm going to measure these, where the screws are going to mount. I'm going to figure out where it goes up on the top here, and then get this positioned. Alright, so how I'm going to do this. I'm going to be starting at one side down here. I'm going to measure, find center, figure out the distance between these holes. You know, split the difference, put a mark each side. And then split the difference between these so that it's hanging in the center. I might actually set it back a little bit towards the wall a hair more, so if I'm leaning in, I'm not creating a shadow on my work. But you don't really need to do that if you're don't have a shade of the OCD like myself. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this up and get these screws set in the wood so we can get this light hung and get a look at it. Alright, so only thing left to do, obviously undo the power cord, and I'm going to run this over and make sure it can reach my outlet that's there. Eventually I'm probably going to put a power strip on the wall, just because like I said, I'm going to make a tool charging station and want to be able to have lots more outlets. So yeah, that's going to reach over there fine, so let's get a look at it. Alright, so the power cord is a little shorter where I got it mounted up in the center there. But like I said, I'm probably going to put a power strip on the wall for plugging in all the chargers and whatever other doodads I'm going to be running right there. But let's get a look at it with the light on here. Gotta get a longer cord for that. That is perfect. We'll see how, if I end up wanting to make it a little brighter, maybe offsetting them each way, get a second one, but yeah, I think that's going to do the trick. So I'm going to end up getting the pegboard before I finish this video, I think. Get that mounted on the sides where, especially with putting the white up on the sides, I have a feeling that's going to help brighten everything up, kind of just confining the light in that area. But then we'll get a look at that. Also, before I forget, I'm going to include a little quick vid of the model number and stuff. A lot of times when I post some of these videos, I've been getting a lot of questions on model number. Just it's easier then, everybody can click on this and check it out. Alright, so to mount this pegboard, rather than trying to screw it into this metal and weaken it, or with it holding up the weight, I end up usually filling these gaps with wood. And since 2x4s are really expensive right now, way more than they should be, I happen to know someone at a local pallet shop, and I get a bunch of their cutoffs, like for some OSB that they use for topping them. So I'm going to make something out of that to fill it. Basically, kind of like what I got going on here for these clamps. I have a 2x4 in there, so if I want to screw anything off to it, I can. I did that with these clamps, just because the clamps kept sliding off this, because it's not a lot of surface area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some 4-inch thick strips of the OSB. I need 3 of them for each one, just like glued together, and that's going to fill that gap. Alright, so got a bunch of our pieces laid here. Gonna go ahead and slap some Titebond on them. I should have Titebond 1, it would be better for this. I have a gallon jug, but I need to go get a new dispensing bottle for it. So, longer wait time, Titebond 3 for the win. Alright, while we're waiting for this glue to dry up, we're going to go ahead and get the pegboard cut. It's a 4x8 sheet. To maximize it, I'm just going to have it the 4 foot coming down, whatever the width is here. It's just shy of 30 inches. I have the workbench here at 3 foot. The top of that is at 8, so it's like about 4.5 feet in between them. I'm going to leave this bottom part being the open part because I'm probably going to start running some dust collection here pretty soon. And I'm just going to run the pipe up and through there, store whatever kind of vacuum I want to hook up under here. So that'll be for the win. Let's cut the pegboard. All right, so got the boards out of glue. I got impatient. Type on 3 takes way too long to dry, and I want to get this done. So put a couple wood screws in, got my beams. So I'm going to cut these to length. So I'm going to go ahead and measure from the top up there down, get that cut, because I'll have to do it in kind of phases the way the cross supports are. So cut those, set them in. What I'm going to end up doing is running some screws through where the holes are just to hold it in place, and that'll be it. Alright, so got all the boards cut, got them all put in there. So that's basically what it's going to look like. So that just gives me a nice strip to go ahead and mount this pegboard to. So now when I go ahead and put this board in, it's going to look something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get some screws, throw this in there. Alright, so sheet's all up and mounted. As you can see, like I said, I got plenty of room to run some dust collection through right down here. Or just any wiring, whatever else I would need, but it goes right up to the top. So only thing we have to do is repeat the process over on this side. But you know, you guys get the gist of it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that up and then hit you with a little finished product and then sign off. Alright, YouTube, got this one all wrapped up. Got both sides done, lights up. Like I said, eventually we're going to be getting a power strip probably over in that corner. Probably a whole charging station on that wall. I'm sure I'll do a video on that one. Threw a little measuring device, first tool hanging up just so everybody could see it. But super stoked how this one turned out. Really looking forward to keeping all my little like finite measuring type projects going on over here set up. Super pumped. Gonna get some things going on, like all that stuff is probably gonna get moved again over there. So really just, you know, creating a shop. It's really about getting everything set up how you want it to be set up, and we're trudging along here. So once again, if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. A lot more coming up. So I will talk to everyone again soon.